Some royal secrets were so dangerous, history tried to erase them. Hidden romances, deadly betrayals, and forbidden alliances shaped empires, yet their stories were almost lost forever. Tonight, we step behind the gilded curtain to uncover the truths rulers desperately wanted hidden. Power in royal courts was rarely earned. It was negotiated in secrecy. Kings and queens forged alliances hidden from the eyes of their people, alliances that could determine the fate of entire nations. Some agreements were whispered in private chambers, sealed with wax, and kept away from official records. The public saw peace and stability, but behind the scenes, loyalties shifted like sand. Empires rose and fell not through battles alone, but through these clandestine arrangements. And yet, one alliance would betray everyone involved, even the king himself, leaving consequences that reverberated for decades. The lines between loyalty and treachery were thinner than anyone imagined. And what appeared as an act of trust would soon reveal a shocking betrayal. Beyond the crowns and ceremonies, secret romances threatened empires. Forbidden love affairs, hidden behind closed doors, could ignite political chaos, betrayals, or even wars. Letters, diaries, and stolen meetings tell stories of passion, ambition, and danger that rulers desperately tried to erase. Some affairs ended in exile, others in sudden deaths, yet each left an indelible mark on history. While most of these tales were hidden or destroyed, traces remain, silent whispers in archives, letters, and artifacts that survive centuries. They reveal not only human desire, but also the lengths to which power would go to protect itself. And one hidden romance would spark a conspiracy no historian could have predicted. Not all dangers came from outside the palace walls. The deadliest threats often came from within the advisors, relatives, and even friends whom the king trusted most. Whispered secrets, quiet schemes, and subtle manipulations shaped the destiny of empires. One misstep could mean death. One misplaced trust could topple a dynasty. Every gesture and word carried weight, and the court itself became a chessboard where human ambition played a deadly game. And yet, one act of betrayal would set in motion events that nearly destroyed a kingdom from within, leaving scars that history almost forgot. The mastermind was someone the king considered a loyal friend, someone no one suspected. In the shadows of power, murder became a silent instrument. Poisoned goblets, sudden accidents, and mysterious disappearances were not uncommon. Tools used by those seeking influence and control. Official records often disguised them as tragedies, masking the intrigue that unfolded behind closed doors. Lives were lost in silence, and the crown remained protected at all costs. Yet clues survived, letters, artifacts, and whispered accounts hinting at the true perpetrators. The mastermind behind these deadly acts remained hidden for decades, leaving a story that few dared to follow, until now. And what they tried to erase would shock even the most experienced historians. The revelation of this conspiracy would change how we Some royal secrets were not just stories, they were tangible, hidden in chests, drawers, and vaults. Treasures, rare manuscripts, and coded letters revealed truths rulers wanted buried. These objects often held the key to understanding political betrayals, forbidden romances, or clandestine plots that shaped kingdoms. Generations attempted to hide them, and many were lost to time, but a few survived, whispering the stories history tried to erase. Among these relics, one artifact hinted at a revelation so shocking it could have toppled a dynasty if discovered too soon. And this object would remain hidden for centuries, waiting for the right eyes to find it. Not all secrets were visible to the naked eye. Some were encrypted, hidden in codes within letters, maps, and manuscripts. Only a select few could understand them. One misstep in reading these messages could ignite rebellion or spark war. These codes carried warnings, confessions, and instructions meant to be seen only by trusted allies. And yet, centuries later, historians and scholars still struggle to unlock their full meaning. One decoded message would reveal a betrayal so carefully concealed that it reshaped the narrative of an entire kingdom. And the truth it revealed would shock even those who thought they knew history. Knowledge was power, and some knowledge was dangerous. Kings and queens hoarded forbidden texts, hiding them from the public eye. These documents contained secrets about family lineages, political betrayals, and hidden conspiracies. The possession of such knowledge could change the course of a kingdom overnight. Scholars and courtiers risked everything to access or conceal it. And one particular manuscript contained truth so explosive that if revealed too early, it could have caused wars, dethroned rulers, and rewritten history as it was known. Yet, it survived in secret, waiting centuries to resurface in the hands of someone daring enough to read it. Dynasties were fragile and succession was a dangerous game. Some heirs were quietly removed from the line of power, their very existence erased from records. These lost heirs were hidden, exiled, or even killed to secure the throne for those in favor. Generations of rulers acted in secrecy to protect their rule, often rewriting history to erase any trace of these children. And yet, even when hidden, the descendants carried the bloodline and sometimes returned to challenge the established order, proving that no secret could remain buried forever. One hidden heir would rise in secrecy, threatening to overturn everything the monarchy had built. Exile was one of the quietest forms of punishment. Those who knew too much or threatened the throne were sent away, stripped of titles and forgotten by history. Some were sent across seas, others to remote mountain fortresses. Their stories survived only in whispers, letters, or artifacts hidden by loyal allies. And yet the exiled were not powerless. Some returned quietly plotting, bearing knowledge and secrets that could shake the foundations of kingdoms and change the course of history forever. And one exile would return with information that could reveal centuries-old betrayals no one suspected. Not all power resided on the throne. Behind palace walls, secret groups quietly influenced decisions that shaped nations. Trusted advisors, military leaders, and noble elites formed hidden circles, sharing information meant only for a select few. These secret societies operated in silence, steering wars, marriages, and succession without ever appearing in official records. Their influence was invisible yet immense. History remembers kings and queens, but rarely the shadowy figures who guided them. And one such group held knowledge that could expose decades of royal deception. But one member would eventually break their silence, and nothing would remain hidden. Rebellions rarely began on battlefields. They began in whisper secret meetings, forbidden letters, and shared knowledge that rulers hoped to suppress. Many uprisings were fueled not by hunger or taxes, but by truths hidden from the people. When fragments of royal secrets leaked beyond palace walls, loyalty turned into resistance. Entire movements were born from information that should never have reached the public. And one rebellion would shake the foundation of the monarchy in ways no army ever could. But the spark behind it all was not politics. It was a deeply personal secret. Royal marriages were never simply about love. They were carefully calculated strategies designed to secure power, form alliances, and silence enemies. Behind the celebration and ceremony, secrets lingered, hidden rivalries, forbidden relationships, and dangerous ambitions. Some unions concealed scandals that could have shattered dynasties if revealed. One marriage, praised as a symbol of unity, secretly hid a truth that threatened to tear the kingdom apart from within. And the secret the bride carried would later become impossible to contain. History is written by those in power and sometimes rewritten entirely. Royal archives were carefully curated, with names erased, events altered, and truths locked away. Forbidden records revealed scandals, illegitimate heirs, and betrayals that monarchies could not afford to acknowledge. Those who attempted to access these documents risked exile or death. Yet despite every effort to destroy them, fragments survived, quietly waiting to tell their story. One recovered record would later expose a lie repeated for centuries. Not all secrets were hidden in words. Some were preserved in art, murals, paintings, and tapestries recorded moments the crown wanted remembered and others it hoped would go unnoticed. Subtle symbols, altered faces, and missing figures hinted at erased histories. To the untrained eye, they were decorations. But to those who knew how to read them, they were evidence. One piece of royal art revealed a conspiracy so profound that it redefined the story of an entire lineage. And what it revealed would lead directly to the final secret the monarchy never intended to be uncovered. After centuries of silence, the truth began to surface. Hidden letters, erased names, and forgotten records slowly formed a picture no monarch wanted revealed. These documents exposed betrayals within the royal family, alliances forged in deception, and crimes committed in the name of stability. What was once dismissed as rumor now stood as undeniable evidence. Historians realized that entire chapters of history had been deliberately rewritten, and as each piece fell into place, one question became impossible to ignore. How much of what we believe about royalty was ever true? But the most dangerous revelation had not yet been uncovered. At the heart of the scandal lay a betrayal more devastating than any foreign invasion. It came not from an enemy, but from within the royal bloodline itself. A trusted family member had manipulated events for years, sacrificing allies and even relatives to secure power. Their actions shaped wars, exiles, and executions, while history portrayed them as loyal and honorable. This betrayal haunted the monarchy for generations, hidden beneath carefully crafted legends. And the true cost of this betrayal would only be revealed centuries later. Some royals did not die in battle or old age, they simply vanished. Removed quietly to protect the crown, their names erased from official memory. Servants, guards, and advisors who knew the truth were sworn to silence, becoming silent witnesses to history's darkest moments. Only fragments remained: a letter never sent, a room left untouched, a name crossed out in ink. Together, these traces told a story of loss and deliberate forgetting. Yet one forgotten witness would eventually reveal what truly happened. Despite every effort to erase the truth, evidence survived. Artifacts, letters, and personal belongings carried stories no ruler could fully destroy. Each piece confirmed what history tried to deny, that power was often maintained through secrecy, manipulation, and sacrifice. When scholars finally connected these fragments, the hidden narrative of royal history emerged. Not a tale of perfection, but of human ambition, fear, and consequence. But even now, some secrets remain locked away, waiting to be discovered. The story of kings and queens is not only a story of crowns and power, it is a story of people, flawed and ambitious, willing to shape history from the shadows. The secrets they tried to erase remind us that truth does not disappear, it waits. As long as artifacts survive and questions are asked, history can never be fully controlled. If you want to uncover more hidden chapters of our past, explore the stories history tried to silence, and understand the real forces behind power, subscribe and continue this journey with us.